juice, you know. I need juice. You hear me? You hear me?
You finna say that to me?
Yeah, I said I made juice.
Oh.
Can you back to myself?
Where you want
I
back?
said, no, I got some outside. Me hear things are go on. So me now.
You're live, you know. And you're not
No,
gonna
oh, no,
close.
never know. I never know. But you see how that's so then I just hear things and go.
You mean don't want to look at no concern me?
Yeah, but alright. Different. Different. You don't see it, you don't watch it surroundings.
Good night, Denary. How you doing? Oh, I'll go for my phone. Oh, yes. Thank you, Denary. Great. Oh, Gray. Good night. Let me make it tune up this because my background so fussy. My background so fussy. The phone I give me problem again. But when my innocent not give me a problem because the setting high. Setting high. Higher than the stool. No. Don't know, I can't bother. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What not going with? What's up? What's up? What's up? Now some fries. Oh, the live with mute, you know? Oh, yeah. We don't talk to me. Good night, Jimmy. We're not going with people. We're not going with, we're not going with, we're not going with. What's going on? No, I know Ramit mouth here. You know here. Ramit now over here. You get this Anthony. Ramit now over here tonight. It's a school night. You have to stay in here. I might did a ning in my ears. Ratty be like mango, you know, look at the mango. Now shut my clothes. Let me send dinner, yeah, my dinner. Let me send Nerissa. Cause she always says she not get a notification. I will never send him. We can't find out. We can't find Nerissa. Nerissa is supposed to be so far. Oh, see ya. Daily, walk on. Okay. Probably a next door. I mean that you look a fussiness. I don't know. Daily, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, throw word for me. Me say me need one booster seat. Me say you need all. Yeah, me need one booster seat. Oh, booster seat are the little seat them where they just use for enhance, right? You know, something I like when time fries doing a thing there. Where's sit name where you put your fries in again? Where's fit name? Where you put your fries in a wet name again? Lord God, me look for it, I don't remember wet name. You can put fries in the chicken in there, whatever. Wet name, you plug it in. Air fryer. I don't like when time fries go in there. I like when time my fries doing an aisle, it's nicer. When you doing at the air fryer, it's too dry too, I don't know. I'm like it want to choke me. I like it. I do it in the air fryer again. Jamba. prefer the thing there. Prefer fry and oil. Nigel, blouse and skirt. How did them, my brother? I want them long time people this, you know. One of my long time people this, you know. Nigel, you know. Yeah. Nigel there with me, you know, go out with himself, you know. Him body, see? Bad like yard. Bad like yards. So you're going with like Nigel? What are you doing? When last I come Jamaica? I do mine in there all the time and they come out perfectly. Them come out perfect and look perfect, but they're nicer to me when they fry with oil. Yeah, oil, not oil. And the salt pan it when it do with the oil. Because you know, say when they put the salt pan it, so you did fry in the oil, the salt will stick. You know? Just prefer it soft, nicer soft to me. I know. This do too much still, you know, because my dad them up my nerves. And but it kinda, you know, I can't multitask. See me I tell them I feel like more ratted choke. Ratted me. They not choke me. When I'm afraid, nah. And I get no farmer choking. No farmer choking. Can't buy. They say me can't bother hold. So Nigel, what go on? Long time, my brother, long time. Long time I don't hear you. Long time I don't hear from you. How you been? How you doing? How right it? Long time I don't hear from you, brother. How you do? Vicky, what go on? Don't it, Nigel? Don't it, my brother? Oh my God. Remember you over here from day one? Yeah. Let me go for that other cushion on the outside. Can I keep that one outside? Through it burst. The zip spoil. My boots out my seat. The boots are this. See? Let me see boost up, yeah? Where's it now? Oh, what I go out with? Let me see something. Boost up my seat. Where to about it now then, Aaron? Boost up my seat. Alright. Yes, my friend, Nigel. Good night, everybody. Good night, good afternoon, good evening. Yes. How you doing? Bless up on yourself. Yeah, my glasses are clean. Bless up on yourself. How is your evening? It is what it is. Good night. Yes, Nigel, my work hard, man. You know, man. Don't it? Yeah. Life a go on. Me just a go on bounce. You left me, but me can't left you. Go on, you did left me too. I come back, you come back for me give you a chance. You never had left me too. And you left me, I know me left you. Me not gone nowhere. Mm. Mm. Boots up my feet. Alright. Alright. Boots up my seat. So our wifey good Nigel, right? Your wife is still at one door. Mm-hmm. Me and my jealous husband still at one, my love. Yeah, still at one. Jealous over all madams. Yes, welcome to adult. Yeah, my adult. Mature conversation. Mm-hmm. Mm. Your life was at different times, so it was hard to catch you. Remember, say me live a one place, a foreign. So remember time difference. Yeah. Yeah, because our time over you now. $9:14. I mean. So you're not asleep. You know, should I not sleep? Are you there at work? Anyway, people, bless up on yourself now. Bless up on yourself. Bless up on the nice clean self. Freelance, free thing there tonight, you know. Freestyle, you know. Mm-hmm. Freestyle. Freestyle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Freestyle. Mm-hmm. Freestyle. Do you think a t-shirt with a necklace design will sell well? A t-shirt with a necklace design printed on it. A t-shirt with a necklace design. So far, I just think the cross would sell, and that wouldn't be worth the money. The money in from my end and the financial cost. One big nice cross in a design. You know, the cross in a one little design, I think will sell more than the necklace. I think the cross would have sell more. Well, glad to enjoy yourself. Glad to enjoy yourself. Edda, bless up yourself, my sister. What go on with you there? Why me not know? Me just get a good thing there off of that phone, yeah. Me not know. Me not know if it for go up more or what. Me not know. Moms, don't get too deep with your response. That's true. Ooh, Nigel. $3:14 now and I'm on in Nigel. Yeah. Lock your foot, thank you. Feel free to use it. Alright, people. Tomorrow I go live from my laptop and not my phone. But the phone I give me a fight. You know? It give me a fight. I don't know all of a sudden. I don't know what I do wrong. But it give me a fight. It look like a YouTube change up them something. Because the writing never used to in my face. Okay, okay. Me not even look. Yeah, me not even look. Me not even look. Me not even know what they said before that. Hey, him daddy a go on with himself, my love. Him daddy a go on with himself, my love. Yes. Daddy a go on with himself. So what? I'm sorry, people. So tonight is freestyle night, you know, people. Freestyle, freestyle. Yes. We are going to just talk the things them. Any topic? People. I did not say good night to the people in the back. Good night to the people in the back. Yeah, good night to you guys. People. You guys. Oh, I know me I go do. I know me I go do. Because I can't think me. I can't function. This is so. I like when I'm have under something there. Yeah. Now see me better now though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's one of your biggest mistake and how did you learn from it? Lord have mercy, but before my answer, I know me I got answer only, you know. Yeah. But let me say good night to the people in the back. Yes. And people, who don't remember, Nats, bless up yourself. Who don't remember, if you don't have one little topic on anything you don't want to talk about and say, you know, you can't text my phone, you know, my number is out there. Just send it in our WhatsApp. You understand? Yeah, send it in our WhatsApp. Now go on, so. Thank you, Joy. Mm-hmm. When you say getting married was your biggest mistake? Wow. Oh, the message up here, so. Remember when you first start off, when it was just about 5 of us, I run away, because I never want your husband malice me. Lord have mercy. When you say you was a life, you was a life, and hey, I want that Durval this, you know, people. Nigel, you know. One Durval, we did have one Durval before, you know. Yeah. And then him gone, and Durval step in, you know. Yeah, man. When time him up on the life, man, is something else. Them time they are a little bit away, you know. Yeah. I still little bit away in the night sometime, but you know, no, nothing more with their daytime. Got you a mix up. So you say, so the question is tonight, what's one of your biggest mistake and how did you learn from it? Daily is saying her biggest mistake is her biggest mistake. So why you laugh, Daily, when you write it? Why you laugh? You shouldn't laugh. Daily say her biggest mistake is getting married. Getting married. Can you imagine? Your biggest mistake, getting married? Is it getting married or marrying the wrong person. So you mean marrying the wrong person? Cause you can't marry the wrong person, you know. Because I'm quite sure maybe, yeah, you don't have a problem getting married, but marrying the wrong person can be a problem. No, so. And feel free, people, to give your input, So you can call in, you can leave a voice note, a voice message. You can leave a voice message, or you can call in. Okay? Yeah. And make we just, enjoy ourselves. And remember to double tap the screen. Alexia, you there? We say it wasn't time. I should have waited to see the real face. Okay. Oh, so you did married quick. So that means, Delia, I'm sweeping you off your feet, Delia. He swept you off your feet. Yeah. Him swept you off your feet, Delia. Yeah. Yeah, man, it look like him sweep you off your feet, man. Or marrying the wrong person. And you never probably waited long enough, to, get to know him. That's why Steve Harvey right, You have to do the 3 months, the 3 months test, Do the 3 months test. The 3 months test look like it work, Yeah. 3 month test look like it work. But then if you married him, if you never wait and you married him in time, that means him did do something good in the first half. That's all. You understand? For you to, for you to whatever just say what DP there in my head, I never say it out. I write it, you that me say I live long. Good night, Nikki. I regret getting married when I was so young, but I don't regret being married. Okay, yes. So Delia no feel with the wrong person. Well, at least they get out of it. We're together 6 years before. So you ignore the little red flags them then, probably I say, for the kids them. Because most of us say that, for the kids, Most of us say that, for the kids. Yeah, for the kids. I've been married now 33 years. When I can't voice note 2 years, I've been married. Daily sounds like you never drop a floor. I've been married 33 years. I'm 50 years something. I still would do the same, Empress. So may I give thanks. So you're married to the right person now. But I want like a ticklish thing, because sometimes the person might do something that's so disgusting, and you say to yourself, say, boy, I don't know. You just sorry say you didn't marry that person, and then you just say to yourself, say, when it's good again, you're just good again, and the cycle go on. I don't know. But I just one of them things there. So, is it married alone? Is it marriage alone? Because remember, the question asked was, have you ever done something in your life that you regret? I saw it go. I saw it go. The strength in the relationship was not balanced. I would come up with ways to improve our lives, and you would appear to be in argument. Oh, wait there. Comment on. And he would appear to be in argument, but would not move with the same energy. Yeah, okay, me know them something there. Remember my man when they tell me something did married, I'm a runner when he now look. Yeah. That's why I'm stay too. You just said to him, say, dig a hole no. You don't know so that hole there, you know better and improve right here so or there so. You know? Him just laid back and yeah. So some people stay. And it's a turn off. Creator, wagwan. It can be a turn off. Me they a boil 2 barefoot corn. Cheese as I talk about corn. I forgot to me have corn, you know, me that boil 2 corn with my fries, you know. If I remember, me did get some mulpa corn. We say no better than that. A country there where you can just pick corn. You have country. You have country. Oh, agreement. Lord God, so where me get argument from. Where me get argument from? The strength in the relationship was not balanced. I would come up with ways to improve our lives. And he would appear to be in agreement but would not move with the same energy. Okay, yeah. Laid back and, you know, not take life serious and procrastinate a lot and, you understand? You know them people there? Yeah. Just never get nothing done. You know? Oh, you say I buy sure and buy them. I regret being hard years when I was younger because it would have spared me a lot of heartache and disappointment if I had listened more. Now me ears prick up when people give me advice. When you say you stand attention. You stand attention now when time people give you advice. No. You stand attention now when time people give you advice. I saw it go, you know. Yeah. I saw it go sometime. Let me see. Yeah, what's the biggest mistake and how did you learn from it? Yeah. What's the biggest mistake? So nobody else no put on the biggest mistake in a them life. Biggest mistake. Lord Jesus, I'm crying. Remember me tell you, you know. Some whole heap of mistake we put on, you know. Some whole heap of mistake. But most of the time it got to one man. Most of the time we use like say a person we in a relationship with and we sorry we did there with them or the man say, you know, I'm sorry them did there with that woman there. Cammy Royal, bless up yourself. You understand? It always end up, you know, lead to relationship. But sometimes we make other mistake in our life, as where Nigel say, you know. If he had listened more when he was younger. You understand? Yeah, if he had listened more. Because, you know, because sometimes we procrastinate so much. I mean, I'm going to say me think me procrastinate a lot. You know? Used to, not so much again. Yeah, me kind of try work on it. You understand? Yeah, me kind of try work on it. And, you know, but myself me can answer one to find something that, you know, that I regret. Probably me can't even talk in the night. Yeah. Good night, Charles. Why as them hear one Jamaican, them feel like them for just say, say the bad word there. Because that's all the bad word we cause. A curly cause it, you know. And the people them on TikTok, you know. Our favorite bad word, you know. Lord have mercy. And I want trang bad word, you know. I don't know people use it casually, so. You know, because I want trang bad word. Mistake is part of life. As long as we learn from them, then it's a life lesson. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where's some regret is over here? No, sir. No, sir. I have a lot of regrets, and I'm quite sure we all do. We all have a lot of regrets, you know. Decision that we make in life, and you know, decision, you know, things where we go through in our past, where, you know, because we can have a regret, you know, in a blink of an eye, you know, in a quick time, you know, because you just made the decision there, you know, you say, shoot, shouldn't do that, you know, shouldn't do that, I should I could have beat myself, yeah, quick time, you know, yeah. No, my regrets is not over here, Nats. Why? Enough people regret vote for such man, I lie. Lord have mercy. Me do something last week. Last week Thursday. And it's like I was procrastinating about doing it, and it's like me did have the answer, but me don't know. I just still didn't want to find out, and I said, look there, you man. Look at that. What my brother go do that for? And me didn't know the answer, but me don't know. We do things every day we regret still, you know. We regret, you know, simple things, you know. And big things, yeah, big things. Sometimes we all regret it. Sometimes we all do something we regret it. Purposely listen to the man there. I make him whisper in your ears and tell us say one boss one in you, you know, and give you a baby, yeah. But and boom, hey. But when you have your nice baby, you know you can't even regret it again. But you regret doing it. You know, when you find out say you're pregnant, when you don't do it. Lord have mercy. All kind of regrets people have, my love. Oh my God. Starling, good night. How you doing? Enough people, oh yeah. My biggest regret is allowing some siblings to get back in my life. Well, you see that something there? So that's something that we'd say, you know what? Me think, me don't know. Wanna think. Me think when you write off somebody, like it all depends on what them do, because me not gonna say if me or somebody not talk me and them can't talk back again. Me not gonna say that. But what me I gonna say is, me don't know. What me I gonna say is, some people you just have to, you know, you just have to leave them behind. Yeah. You just have to leave them behind. Leave them behind. Leave them in the back. You understand? Or less we're gonna regret. You understand? And so when you regret the things you know. But as Nigel say, it's a learning process, you know. So you know, so the person who set up the topic, you know, one thing there, you know, want You know want tell we your regret. You don't have any regrets. You know, something where you said, sure. Ugh, but you know, don't down bad already. My biggest regret is Starling leaving me for a 4-inch. Lord have mercy. Wait, Nigel, if you're not gone yet, this is what I'm talking about. DP, are you that? Yeah, are you that, Nigel? DP, I'm telling you the same thing. So when time you didn't leave me, I'm gone. Another woman, a DP did there here, and still here. When you say you forget and don't forget, how that go? You forgive, you forgive, but don't forget. But the brain don't allow us to forget, you know. You're not going to dwell on it. You're not going to sit down and make yourself unhappy. You understand? And, you know, stress out yourself over something, over, you know, a bad situation. Yes, it was, but it gone. And, you know, whoever put you in that bad situation, who's ever a part of that bad situation with you, enjoying their life and, you know, getting on with life. You know, but the brain don't allow you to forget. A little conversation can bring it up. Yeah. You can just having a simple conversation and it brings back memories, you know? So, yeah. The brain don't allow you to forget at all. People always talk about say, you can't forget that now, you can't forget that now. You move on. You don't hurt anymore. You know, you move on. But you're not going to forget. Lord have mercy. All right, then we want one more topic. I hear you. DP stand for just isn't his name, his initial. Yeah. His initial. And he's the producer on the show. I get started for the Joel. How do you think it stand for? Desperate person? DP never say him less than 4 inch. Him say Starling left him for a 4 inch. How that more than? To forget means to not bring it up afterwards. Yeah. You forget it and you know not talk about it. Yeah, you move along and you move on. But you know, you remember it by yourself. Conversation can make it come up. You know, and it's not intentional. You know. But at the end of the day, the brain still not allow you to forget unless something wrong with you. And you know, even though you don't forget, you know, you're not dwell on it. You're not hurt anymore. You can't speak about it without getting emotional or getting angry. You understand? Yeah, you let it go. So I want to make you change the narrative, Nats. I want to make you change the narrative, Nats. I want to make you read the message wrong. Him say Starling left him for a 4 inch. So that means say, you know mean say him have that. Oh yeah do my friends so. Some people crave 4 inches better than none. Some woman can't even find man. Lord of mercy, it look like you in the equation, eh? Eh? Oh, it burn you so. Nigel, make you feel kiss your teeth, eh? Awa, I write in that little something there. Write in that little something there. They have company, because Starling now go over that. Lord of mercy. What do you believe are the key ingredients for a successful relationship? I want you jump on the same time, Nigel. What do you believe are the key ingredients for a successful relationship? What makes a relationship successful? What are some of the things that makes a relationship successful? Yeah. Everybody must can give me one or two. I know you talk to DP, but am my brother that? Yeah. Honesty, humor, chemistry, and common goals. All right then. 1, 2, 3, 4, good sitting that. Because honesty have to keep, but it no must. Because you no must talk everything. You understand? And when time people not talk everything, people claim so them not honest. You understand? You can't in a relationship and you still not want the person know everything. Nothing, crazy, but yeah. So that humor, you want somebody who have the person have extremely goofy. But you can have one moment when you laugh and chat and whatever, and chemistry is a must. And common goals is a must. Yeah. As I talk about common goal, I'm put up my goal to you. Yeah. Common goal is a must. Compatibility, attraction. Yeah. Me always believe in a compatibility, Me not tell no lie, me always believe in a compatibility. Because them say opposite attract, but me prefer me hate and the same way. We have to be compatible. Yeah, compatibility is a must. Yeah. Attraction. Well, you have to be attracted to each other before we even start, even though you have some gigolo. Trust for communication. Trust for communication, not necessarily in that order. Okay. It now burn me if I feel burn she. We say it now, you left out one word, it now burn you, but it have to burn she. The comment gone. They don't elaborate on Starling comment, but it's not gone. Come back, come back, come back, come back. This one time I press this, it take long for move, you see. Yeah. Because you see, with communication now. Communication. As I'm telling you, you have some people, you have persons in relationship and it's like no communication not there. Because you have to like, I don't know, whatever, you know, probably one little argument come up, something come up. And you know, sometimes people argue about things instead of, you know, just relax and, you know, explain and say that, you know. You communicate, you have to try and communicate without anger. You understand? Yeah. And try to, you know, reach a little settlement. Yeah. I'm believing in the chemistry 100%. Everyone ingredients will be different because people have their own personal preference. Yes, everybody ingredients will be different for true. Because guess what? Because guess what? Your thing there. Your everybody just have, you know, different things where them believe in, you know, different things where, you know, that is more necessary in them relationship, you know, we can help them relationship grow and all of that. You understand? Yeah. Because, you know, everybody not say, everybody literally for true now gonna have the same, you know, the same moral, the same. Some people big and careless and them relationships stay long. You understand? And I don't know, them just different. Yeah, they're just different. So, I don't know. So nobody panena have no 20 odd years marriage. We're not supposed to know the ingredients them more than anybody else. Because one man pioneer married for nearly, they married for nearly what? How much years? How much years the man they married even though him divorced now? How much years the man they married again? Now whole heap of years. What kind of ingredients did I keep? You know, to make the relationship. I went me there. Oh, me did there church Sunday. Me did there church Sunday. Well, one lady go up for her anniversary. 50 years she married. Yeah, 50 years. 50 years. You know, some people some people say, wow. You know, what's the ingredients? You know, what did you do to keep your marriage, you know, going so long for 50 years? You know, while some people might say in their mind say, you know, 50 years, I can have 50 years of stress. I can have 50 years of stress and I can't just, you know, because I probably should just, you know, maybe compromise all the time. I don't know, but everything have it little ups and down, you know. Yeah. But the thing say when you know you have good communication, compatibility, you know, and the chemistry is right. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, man. I think compatibility and communication, yeah, work. Them two, they're very, very important. Them two, they're very, very important because, you know, it can help the relationship to go a long way because, you know, you guys will understand each other and know when to not, you know, extend the fire, you know. One will say, you know, me I go hold the fire, you know. You're not bother too, you're not too, you know. Yeah. Successful relationships for me is emotional and mental compatibility. Someone who is truthful and honest, even if it hurts, fun loving, and don't take themselves too serious. Oh, like a little, you know, them goofy people. Sometimes goofy people can annoy you, you know. Because sometimes they're over goofy, you know. You're not even in a mood. But that's why I say compatibility, you know. Compatibility. I just feel like so when time people are choose them people and them something there. You know, you have to you have to think there. Get to know the person well, you know. See if all of the person little, you know, little ways them and whatever. Look if the tone, you know, I think alike and, you know, like the same things and, you know, if the tone have the same goals. You understand? Yeah, them little something there. Danny boy, where you going with? Bless up yourself now. Transparency, fun loving, humorous. Yeah. You definitely want somebody like that in a DP. Yeah. Somebody with fun loving. Fun. Hey, you never see some couple? Me no know, you just see straight compatibility. Them just, you wonder if them argue. You therefore probably want to turn one fly. And for really safe, you know, because them just, you know, seem so happy. Yeah, some couple, you know, so happy, you know. You wonder. You know that late Danny boy. I especially, yeah, everybody have a different communication style, yes, but nonetheless, communication is one of the key to, you know. I especially love someone that will have your back though, through thick and thin, yeah. Yeah, a ride and die. You want a ride and die, yeah. And you know, want somebody where reprimand you, you know, in front of somebody else. You know, better you squash the little argument than, you know, just around the person in front of the other person. You understand? Yeah. Tell them half the year. Yeah. I say, no, say they wrong or whatever. You know? Me kind of like them look at something there. Yeah. Where say yours are 25 years not. So you're not supposed to have, you're supposed to can tell me one nice ingredients. What's your best ingredients? What is your ingredients? Tell me what's your main ingredients, I should say. What's your main ingredients? I have dated opposites and never worked out. I prefer someone like me. I said that to Heather. I go with that 100%. Me not believe in this opposite attract foolishness. No. Well, opposite can attract, but probably them have one hidden way about them. The reason why them attracted to you probably are really so them stay and never know. I must that way there. Yeah. But I can't know other way. Me think when time the persons, you know them stay like that. You know them way thing there. It will work out a little better. If your ingredient was a spice, which spice would you describe yourself as in a relationship? I know me, I talk to her either lots of folk married. Yeah, me for lots of folk married long time, but not necessarily happy or successful. For true, yeah. The 50 years, when somebody said they're married for 50 years, 45 years, they know this one whole heap of years. Me never normally like say wow, because me's a realist. Me know say people have them ups and downs. You understand? It's not all smooth sailing. Yeah. It's not all smooth sailing. Not all smooth sailing at all. We say we've been together for 25. Your marriage was 25. And you've been together for 20 years. Together for 33. So how is your marriage, Nats? How is it? What do you guys do to quench a heated argument? Which one always be the better person? You know? How it go? Give it little thing, you know? Not say sugar. Lord God. I mean, either say sugar. We say you grow to get used to each other. Never say never, but I am not saying I do not. I do to anyone at times so. And that's how it's supposed to be, Heather. Yeah. The love and respect should be there. Me always say to myself, in a life, you know, so you know, you used to talk to somebody and you know, the relationship and you eat them like pies. Whatever you guys have, you're supposed to can, you know, grow it out. I can honestly say yeah, maybe that. Lord of mercy. When you say that, you still attack, I know him here. Lord of mercy. One is worse. True that, Nigel. You know, you speak your mind and you just move on. Yeah. Lot in the frightening, see. Why the phone frightening me? Why the phone frightening me? Yes, sir. Go ahead. You know, hear me?
No. I was doing something. No. I'm not gonna stay. I'm not gonna stay. I just want to pose a question to the people in the chat, right? The question is this, and it has come up in people that I know and in conversation, and I want to see. I just want to get a response from the friends in the chat. There is a saying. There's a saying that says you have men and women that are not husband and wife material. People in the chat that are commenting, because I love the conversation. What do you think about that comment? That's all I wanted to say. Because I still go watch, but I just wanted to ask the question, because there are people, there's always this old saying that there are men and women that are not husband or wife material. How would the family in the chat define that? You know, that's all I wanted to ask, Bamba.
Yeah, ask it again. Me that read something. What you say?
No, I'm saying, so there's a saying, not old, there's a saying amongst, it's said all the time, that there are men and women that are not, okay, so there's the man that is not a husband material, and there's the female that is not a wife material. So I just want to know from the people in the chat, how do they feel? What do they think about that comment?
Okay, that comment, yeah, for sure.
Starling just said that there's she knows someone who, I know of a situation similar. There's a husband and wife that live together. The husband live in the basement, the wife live upstairs, and they don't talk to each other, but they're husbands and wife. We understand things might happen, but the saying that people are not husband and wife material.
Yeah, people love to say that. Yeah, say the person they are not wife material, or even them sis tell themselves that they're a wife material. Come and know this girl, we should have 2 men. You know, and she said she'd keep the other one because he's my husband material. You understand? Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, people say that's something that's true. But you want to know, you want to have a conversation. Yeah, no, that me I say me just say something to you, say, you know, everybody just get them views on it. Right, all right. Yeah. Yeah, people always say that's something that's true. You know what, Nigel? But that sounds sweet and comfy. Lord, easy. Well, not easy over here, you know. Oh my God. They married for 15 years and don't talk for 3 years out of 15. Me know one too. A big couple. Them not alright then. When I know the person I was 15 years. Him and his wife not talk. And me know him probably about 3 years now. About 18 now. About 18 years now. About 18 years now. Them ate them one another like pies. She's some crime. And when me couldn't understand about that, him say him not talk to his wife, for me like literally not talk to her. But yet still the woman divorced him and him vex. Yet still the woman divorced him and him vex. One lady did tell me that, you know. Says she and her husband separated, but they live in the same house because them buy the house together or whatever, and them live in the same house. But she said she couldn't believe for the life of her. He might try again She said after so many years, she said it become the norm now and him a look her back again. Them not the first nor nothing, you know. She said she don't know how to do it. Yeah, she said she don't know how to do it. So me I asked her if she feel anything for him. She said no, I'm just come like my friend. Just like my friend is like a roommate. Yeah, to her, she said, yeah. She said just come like a roommate. A lot of people do it, man. We say your husband is the first ever Nats. My first boyfriend, 9 years together. Wow. Wow, Heather. That's supposed to be painful for you, you know? Seem like that, you know? And, you know, passed away in your hand, holding his arm. Wow. Wait there. Where say the day me and my wife live in our house, I would do talk. Me not left point blank, period. Where say you not gone away? You turn right then, Nigel. No sir, me not wrong you. Yeah, so what does wife material mean? How you know when you're wife material? How you know, ladies, how you know when a man a husband material when you see him? Men, how you know when a woman a wife material? What are some of the things, you know, behavior you see, or you know how she act, how she speak, things that she believe in, you know? What? Where's the Nigel? Them people that leave decent people and stay alone, though. You never stalk a better truth. Nigel said, I'm not going away my turn right in there. Well, it all depends on the person behavior, you know. Because on every behavior, you go can, you know, manage, you know. It all depends on the person behavior still. Yeah. It all depends on the person's behavior. When you say head and wife material, you say head and wife material, then they say mean this cloth, turntable cloth. That's saying they mean again. They say dishcloth on tablecloth. Me always hear curly with it. Of course, the planka bar say dishcloth on tablecloth. So, ask him what him know about you, Edda. What you know about Edda, Nigel? I want you tell Nigel your autobiography, you share it with him. No, sir. So I want you to, so other way they say. You know when time somebody can be a wife, a woman can be a wife. When when time she moved from dishcloth to tablecloth. What is father? I never afraid. No, sir. My baby talk about. Shubidubidua.
I believe that wife material and man and husband material is something. It's not say somebody man wife
Wait, let me start it over because you sound like a lowish. Oh, the phone didn't want to turn on.
I believe that wife material and man and husband material is something. It's not say somebody man wife material or husband material. We can't have one girl out there where we're going to use and she needs a nice man and the man just change her, not physically or by doing anything other than being himself or just. You understand? Like the person have to willing to change. Them have to in themselves to say, alright, this person is a provider. Then bring out the best in you and then just you understand strike something in you for change. It's not necessarily fast for them man and somebody work who love you and respect you and honor you. That's what me believe what it is.
Well, yeah. Because this is sometime to Heather. Yes, hear me Heather. Carla. This is sometime the person, as when they say wife material. Sometimes she have the material there in her, you know, sit down, or him have the material there in him, sit down, you know. The little ingredients there, you know. Yeah, sit down in him, you know. Or she sit down in her, you know. And I just for somebody bring it out, you know. Because circumstances, for example, you say she can't be there, you know. I do, you know, prostitution, whatever, promiscuous with multiple partner, whatever. You understand? And the person they see something in her. You understand? By just having a simple conversation with her. You understand? And can see beyond, you know? See way back. You understand? And realize, say, you know, say this woman or this man really have good qualities, but yet still, she's a prostitute, and yet still, you know, him just a womanizer, him just promiscuous about sometime, you know, a conversation. And, you know, you'd have never even know when you turn that woman into a wife or turn that man into a husband. And you see the qualities in them, that hidden quality that was in them. You say, Rastaja, yeah. And you realize that them a wife material. And them not even did know so them a wife material because of them circumstances. Yeah. Patsy King, a long time I not see you. How you do, darling? You alright? And that me I say she could have give you the answer there, don't it, Ed Nuts? Curly could have give you the answer there. You're reading it wrong. Nigel comment is explaining to Heather. Yeah, me know them enough. Did figure it out after. I probably miss your comment long after. Missy, bless up yourself. Jacqueline, bless up. Yeah. So wife material, my love. The material hidden. Yeah. Hidden. Somebody will find it. Yeah. Somebody will find it. So DP, like how you pose the question, but give me the same answer we start where then Eric give me. And that you did say in a wifey, see her as a wife material. By the way, yeah, throw it out. Not even you alone, DP. Because 3/4 we were all married. And them something there. A husband material, we see the person as our wife material. We not even not I said to ourselves, say, you know, this is a be a nice person we're married to. Probably you just, you know, you just love the person. And I don't know, it just happened. But at the end of the day, even people say to themselves, say, them are a wife material, them are a husband material, they will never marry, they will never marry. So, when you say a spirit take nuts, me did baptize, my love, and gone to church, my love. So me get married. So me didn't even know I was what. Me still a ask. So enough of women know still a ask. But then it just work out though. It work out. That's all. It work out. You will grow to love the person. Let me ask now a question. How much I want to do counseling before I'm married? Did you guys did counseling before you got married? Hey, me not tired soul, my love. Me not tired soul, come on chat by my phone. But if I could do it all over, I would not have married her. So, yes, a lot of you maybe don't do counseling, but anyone of you was ever you know during the time you set you're planning your wedding, did you ever have a little thought, just a little thought, you know, to say in your brain, say, you know, am I making the right decision? Or did you ever say to yourself, say, jeez, I'm crying, I wonder if I should still do it, but so much money spent on, might as well do it. Were you ever hesitant at any time, you know, during the planning of the wedding? Because sometimes that can happen to people, you know. Oh, you never do no counseling. You never do no neither. Me never do no neither. I did 1 month of counseling only. 1 whole month. I still say, if you could have do it over again, you know, married her. When the mama ratics, I won't need to play them, you know. I want this father 1 whole month. I don't know 1 whole month of counseling for married nobody. That's like you force me for married. I'm not doing that. 1 month. A death sentence, that, you know. You must be mad. I could all change my mind. My pastor never do it, and me and I am baptized we. No counseling never keep, my love. 3 months. That for what? Them never think say counseling are just like one 3 session, 3 different time or so. How where they move my foot? So that means I never know nothing when me I do then. Me never have a clue. So what make for me pastor never counsel me? How where they foot here tell me say? Wait, what red pea soup? The man don't even like red pea soup, my love. A stew peas him like, you know. For real, him love stew peas. Me, man. No, but wish I did so. I'm divorced now. Me wish me did do counseling. Nah lie. I wish I had done counseling. Yeah. You know, I think it's necessary, you know, to put out your do's and not your do's and your don'ts, you know, to put out your like and your dislikes, just to express yourself and say, I'm like this, because there are always hidden things that you don't know about each other and them little something there. So I think it's necessary. But I never know say so much months it take. I may not even get 1 year. I think it would help, of course. The pastor have to make money or play God. So probably the reason why my pastor never suggested, probably true might never have worked them time, that's why I never suggested, because we never have no money for pay him that little broth. That's why I never do it. Oh, you never pay us. So me never get none. You don't understand? I feel like I want to ask him. I believe that's important. So true, Nigel. So true. Me wish me did get for do it. But I lie. It's very important. Counseling is very important. Yeah, very, very important. I wish I had gotten counseling. Yeah, very, very important. I don't think people should just get together, so. You know? As well, Nigel make a valid point there. Yeah. Because, people have all kind of little problem, childhood trauma. You understand? Go through all kind of little things. Probably have some hidden sickness, something. Suffer from depression. Whatever, you never know. And you have to deal with it. Yeah, you have to deal with it for true. You make sense, Nigel, for real. For real, man. For real. For true. For true. Because you just you can get a surprise, You can get a surprise. Yes. What the next one? Fun night tonight, Yeah, drop in your question. Drop in your question. Drop in your question. Can you imagine? Your boss big wedding. You can imagine your boss big wedding to Rastaja. And when you take a stock, you married somebody with mental problem, but other thing you married them, not that is anything, But you would like to know. You understand? You would like to know. It's because that person is gonna be your partner. You wanna know, say yes. If you have to take medication, we can sit to it, wagwan, talk about it. When you take a stock to rot it, one man and you wake up and your woman mad. Or one man and you wake up and the man mad. You can imagine? me feel like it all depends on who I do the counseling. If you're going to get a real professional, you understand? Real professional marriage counsel, probably where you pay your good money. You understand? Yeah. Have you ever been deeply hurt or hurt someone badly in a relationship? And what happened? Have you ever been deeply hurt, guys? Are you deeply hurt someone into a relationship? Me deeply hurt. But, you know, I get a little carry hurt long. You know, me dash with that and move on. Cause, yeah, but, yeah. Come on, wanna set up some text. I'm not afraid to talk. Remember, we listen, but we don't judge. Something you keep between God and God, not even yourself and God. True. I agree with you, Nat. And everything of the talk. And that's why me did say. I don't understand how. I don't want to bother on my phone. You understand? Not that I have secret on my phone, but and everything good for talk. When I respond, much as me married to you, I don't care. It have nothing to do with me. I'm happy for you. Talk everything. Every single thing. Happy for you. Exactly as long as it now mad, you're not. As long as it now mad me. Yeah.
No problem. We just show you ask the question, but the address also the question where she just post. But it's regarding counseling is the reason why I asked. Because how I feel is that you were saying about professionalism as in giving counseling, but I think that no matter how much counseling you get, there are things oftentimes that you as an individual can identify in people that a lot of people, even the counselor himself, cannot see. Because my ex and I were living together before I married her, and there were identifiable traits, things that I saw, that I knew deep down inside that there were going to be a problem. But, and I've said it before, I don't beat around the bush. I stayed in my marriage because of my kids. Other men would do it differently, because I decided that I would not make another man grow my kids. But my marriage was basically also peer pressure. I was pressured by my family. Well, one individual in my family, namely my dad, married her because I migrated, left her in Jamaica, and I was pressured, like bring her, get situation change and stuff like that. But even when I was in Jamaica, when she lived with me, there were things that I saw that I know later down the road I would have problems. And my marriage was not one of adultery, but there are people that sometimes you're in families that are stagnated. And I was even warned by my grandparents on both sides to be careful of that particular family, because they were full of gossiping and always little things. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So even if you go before a counselor, because some women and men, they chat a lot. I mean, my wife couldn't keep secret, and as a husband, I didn't tell her anything. Anything I told my ex was something that the whole world could know. So I wouldn't share anything.
Stick up in. That's what that's why I always say it all depends on the person you're in a relationship with, because some people chat too much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked about this before. I'm not ashamed to say, she was not the type of person that is playful. You can't just go through, like if you run a joke, it's always on the serious side. You might laugh, yes, but we need to be you know, you need to have a little fun. You need to go more easily. You understand? Wherein you have some women that are just okay with stuff. You understand? If you know, because I don't think counselors really play so much a role, even though Deanery said they do in some cases. But if you look at it, is that take for yourself if someone is going through depression and they go to see a psychologist or a psychiatrist, whichever one you want to see, one treats the situation and one advises on the situation, right? And you go see a psychologist because you're going through a hard time or stuff, you understand? And he relates some things to you to help you as a form of medication. Because remember, the psychiatrist is the one who administers the medication. The psychologist, you go to and talk to and try to help you. So if you go through that process and the psychologist help you, yes, it is a remedy. Because right now, the guy she's married to, he's a divorcee whose wife cheated on him. And when I found out, I used to laugh about it. You understand? Because our marriage was not because of cheating. And, you know, they're holy of holies. Both of them are, you know, go to a special type of church. And as per their religious beliefs and situations, his wife is alive, I'm alive, but yet they are holy of holy members and we're the altar and this and that. And at the same time, you're married to someone who is divorced and yet your wife cheated on you. So it's just the hypocrisy of the system and the way things are. And I'm telling you, after I divorced, I never felt anything for her anymore. Never. Even when I left, she used to call me and stuff, and I'm not ashamed to say, I tell her, go away, have a nice day. Because my thing is, if you're in a relationship with me, you have to have my back. You have to have my back, you have to have the kids back, you have to put yourself in a situation where even things that happen in the home, you keep it within your family. And I'm sure people on the chat can relate to that. You have some people, both men and women, the simplest thing them call their sister and them brother and them best friend and them discuss your household issues. You understand? So what constitutes marriage and what constitutes a solid, foundable relationship? You understand? Because a lot of people struggle with these things. I mean, you could be with a person 33 years, 30 years, and they have underlying issues that you know it's there, but you suppress it. And I told myself, screw this. It makes no sense. Because, Bambam, you can't sit down every day and try. You cannot put a Band-Aid on an open surgery. You can't. It's not going to... Because if you put it over it, you have to find a bigger Band-Aid. Some people are just not made for that. And you wish them all the best if they move on. You understand? Because nothing pisses me off more than we have issues, any little thing in the home, things to talk about, something going on with the kids. You just name it. You could have lose your job and you're behind on your mortgage. The world don't have to know. Because things happen to you in life. Some men and women, they're worse than a newscast that spread rumors. So one has to be very, very careful who you're with and the relationship that you get into. And I tell you, as I said in the comment, if I could live my life over again, never, ever, ever would I have traveled down that path. Because it's not hard for you to see. After you have lived with someone, even before
one sec, the Derby. One sec. Good night, Delia. Good night. Thank you for coming and enjoy the rest of your night. Sleep well.
Yeah, man,
all
give
right.
yourself, Delia. There are things about people that you see. Now, Dina posed a question about Earth. Yes, that 100% happened to me. I was with someone who had a child. This is my experience, because people, numbers there can call. So this is my situation. I was with someone, and she had a son. When I met her, son was 5 months. And I was with her, we were together. I had a little business in Jamaica at the time, working and living in Jamaica. She and I were cool. I thought all was well. Put her in there to run the business. I was in partner with another individual. She running the business. She hired someone to work inside the blah, 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 right? One day, she came to me and she said, she had something to say to me. So I said, what? Because, I just take it as a conversation. She said, oh, she's getting married. Now, you're talking about someone that I love dearly. She used to call it on a paycheck a month. That's how much I loved her. And I'm not joking. That's just life. And I said, what do you mean? And I said, who you marrying to? Our baby father. I said, you what? Because the baby father was abroad. So I said, what kind of foolishness is? So you mean baby father? So you were communicating with him all along? Well, I was being a bit naive at the time because I know she had a son, so I must expect some form of communication, and I'm not the jealous type. So I said to her, how I knew the time, I said, so when is this marriage? She said, like, say for today's the 10th, she said, like the 24th. I went freaking ballistics. I went crazy. You understand? Because I'm saying, you're with me, I'm dealing with you, I'm not hit this now and though this you're breaking for me. And I'm telling you, friends, Bamba, you see, eventually came and, the vibes wasn't good. And, like, I remember the night at the honeymoon, I couldn't sleep. I'm human.
She did not go on firing, though.
I book off of work and stress kill me and jealous me.
Derby.
Everything was just topsy-turvy and upside down.
Derby. DP. I firing I baby father did there. And I come down, come marry her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she want to go and firing. She want to go and firing. Trust me, she would have still love you up until today. I find she don't go.
Yeah, but me not finish. Yeah, but me not finish. And this is my truth. I tell you, they never really pose a question that struck me. That's why I had to call. So here, my truth. This is my truth. This is my truth. Because I'm speaking my truth. So, as I said, night honeymoon, couldn't sleep, blah, blah, blah. You see, when the little man leave, they dropped the key and dropped the guy at the airport the Saturday evening, and she comes straight to my yard from the airport. So when she show up on my yard, I say, where do you? She say, oh, she dropped him off. I say, no, my girl, no, this not gonna work. You understand? For that one day, you see, 1 week pass, I done my bed she there again. And one night, I look at myself and I say, but when I do my youth, you make a fool of yourself. I'm just tell her, say, no, come back. Because me couldn't take the hurt. At the time, as I say, you always laugh when we talk about age. Me in my 20s, me the early part of my 20s. Like, I was about 24, 25. So me I say,
baby.
You seem like,
You was a baby.
Yeah, but it's me I say, yeah, well, we were young, 24, 25. But me I say, you see life, many of us say, why certain things can't happen to it. But me I tell you, Bambam, the love that I had for that girl. And I think, Bambam and friends, you see, that situation hardened me throughout life. I'm telling you the honest truth, I don't miss my ex. I don't miss my ex. She has 4 kids to me, I don't miss her. I think that is one of the experiences that hardened me to a point where if me a date a woman right now, me come catch a man in I bed with her, all I'm going to say to her and him, wish you no luck, have a nice day, go and go to the business. I lift my hand to God and tell her the truth. If jealousy was something that would destroy me, I would have been destroyed. I don't care no more. I don't make it be a bother to me. And I am living how I live right now, and if I never marry again, it don't bother me. But you see, when I meet someone that's real, I know is genuine, real and have my back, then I build that relationship. It don't have to be marriage. Because to me, and I've said it before, if the words richer for poorer, better for worse, sickness and health or poverty or wealth come out of my mouth, a ring would never go on a finger. And me not take it back. Because a lot of people don't live to those words or live to those standards.
But Derby, let me say something about your story now.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I did me like you them time there, at that age, she got married, whatever, drop him off at the airport, she find herself back in your bed. I don't know. As a man.
No, me never make you sleep that night.
As a man, me a do go. Well, you say you didn't love still. But me that go and do go and just put it in my head. Say, look here, one other man me a do go. You understand? And a life, and I saw it go and move on. But then you say you was in love. You know?
No, hey, let me tell you, Bamba. You see, when she used to come to my place, and
right, I for fall so deep in love at that age.
Years when she never lived with me. But you see, she come to my place on a Saturday morning or whatever, because business have to open certain time, or if a Sunday, she cook, she wash, she clean, and the house made But the things that she did, like, I didn't keep a dirty place because I had friends around me, but she always active like that. Just the way I tested her. I would test her with things. Like, me would say me broke, just to see if she would have said, ain't gonna do so or so. I would have, let me not just give a fictitious story, because every woman that I've ever been with or tried to date or in a relationship with them, I test them. I will never stop doing it because I have to know how genuine you are. And when I'm testing you, you're not even knowing it either. I can tell you I'm going down the street and I'm still in the house, or I'm up the street. I'm not watching you, but I need to know if you're genuine dealing with me. You understand what I'm saying? And this girl was genuine. I'm thinking inside my head. You understand? And to me, I saw that as a deceit and deception. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how I saw it at the time. So I made a promise to myself and my friends. I tell myself, say, me not fall in love so again. And I never did. After that, I never ever
But
did.
then at the end of the day, though.
One time, we see her come out at Caribou one night, Bam Bam. She tell me say she want to go a movie and me that for work. And me work some long hours, you know, my job. I did long hours. So me book after me come off of work and sign off and decide to me I go a car go meet her. Me see a youth a walk out, I come out and carry with her. And me I'll get vexed. She walk come to me and me get vexed and run her away, you know. Can be young, jealous, stupid, fool and just so in love with her, like everything turn up.
Yeah, but you look like say.
Everything turn up, yeah?
But you say, you never ever, whatever again, when you say again, you never ever something again. Because of that situation there. But me don't know what right are you them time then at 24, 25. Me don't know what right are you in at 24, 25 if you fall that's a deep love. Them time the boy a fling up hood and I go out with himself. Now the time for you settle down and I love nobody.
This is why I told you that after that, before
she making it wild.
Because she was one of the girls that I had during my early years of experimentation. When I met her, believe it or not, I was not behaving the same way I was behaving when I was at 20 up to when I met her, 24. You understand? When I met her, there was nobody that could call me name and say, why me and her and so on at the same time. You see, after that situation, it's like I went up, it's like the stock market. With my behavior, it went right back to where it was in the earlier years. Can I tell myself, say, then if this can happen to me, I not put myself in a situation where I dedicate myself to nobody. Because this is my truth. We listen, we don't judge. Because someone said in the comment earlier, I know, about when we're talking about marriage, someone said you have people that may have been prostitutes and they're real wife material. And I know that for sure. Because I know people that I know used to hustle at New Kingston, and the man that she's with now, give her accolade, cool every aid. But I know her life story. And she was hustling at New Kingston from she was like 17. But she looked older than her age. Now she's married, have 3 kids for the guy, and he thinks, you know, she is, you know, the Mary Queen of Scots. But in his eyes she is, and in her, in the way she treats her home and look after the kids and is there for him, she is a Mary Queen of Scots. Wherein compared, you have people that are not like that, but they're not in a wife material. They don't know how to treat a man. They don't know that you have to give and take in situations. You have some, both men and women, wife come home in a bad mood, are not feeling well, then they've not scar. The same applies to some
Nigel say you still so on earth.
Eh?
Nigel say you still so on earth.
Well, here's what. Nigel, yes, you can say that. And here's the hurt, Nigel. Because I'm not going to say everything, but there were levels of trust and things that I did not do with anyone else. So yes, you are partially right. I'd say you're 75% right, as in with her, because there was no other one that I gave the opportunity or gave her the chance to do the things that I allowed her to do. Because think about this, Nigel. I'm living in Jamaica, and I'm sending you to collect my pay at the end of the month. You know my bank account. You can go and withdraw any money. You're not a thief. She never stole from me. And I lift my hand to God and give her thanks for that. I was in partnership with a person who, I was in business partnership with a person, and she did more for me for that business than even the person I was in partnership with. So of course, you're going to feel hurt. And not to talk about, yes, no denial, the sex turn up. You understand? There were times when me at work and I think about her.
Valerie, good night.
When it comes to the bedroom, she had the best thing since sliced bread in my eyes. You understand what I'm saying? So, as an individual or as a man, we can't act like, oh, if the woman there, it's not only about the sex, but everything that she did. She was very, very clean. Let me tell you, she clean as car, she's so clean. You understand?
She have a monk syndrome.
When she come around me, she has a smell that she smell like petals. She smell like petals. You know, some woman come around you and she just has this beautiful fragrance, you know. Sometimes you start ask her, say, which perfume you use. You understand? If she come on my house, when place where I live, the first thing she do, she go in the shower. She shower and she just come out and she just sexy up herself. Like she just in her t-shirt.
Not say an earthworm was worming.
You know,
Not say an earthworm was worming.
Well, hey, you know, let me tell you something. As we say, we don't judge, but you see, when we can acknowledge the things or places that we've been in our life, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm telling you, I love her so much to the point that someone would say that the love is contagious. If love was contagious, yeah, we make it stay as a disease or a virus. Because I really, really loved her. And the marriage thing, it chipped me head. Me not tell no lie. And it was even deeper than that. I reached at one point where she come on a place one night time and I tell her, say, me call my peace, the way of me, madam, say, come out of me yard, the way of me get wicked, not the thing. You understand?
Thank you, then,
I would have hurt her, but I just say, listen, come back of me yard, man, because I let my license for her. I said, don't come on my place, man. Because I was hurting. Because there's no way in myself I could have seen someone so nice to me, do so much for me. Sometimes we are busy. And she said, babes, we make like, for example, just hypothetically speaking, 100,000 in the past 3-4 days.
No, me I say somebody comment and say you still love her.
I always, like,
you talk about her more than one time.
Like last year,
you know, say you talk about her more than one time. Yeah, for true. I think you still love her, but nothing wrong with that.
Nothing, that's what I'm saying. Nothing is wrong with that. Yeah. Nothing is wrong. Because let me tell you, Bamba, most men have, well, every one of us as individuals have different traits or attitudes attached to them. You understand? You see, when someone is honest with me and cares and shows me love and affection, and everybody is different, I'm attached to that. I'm attached to that. That's me. And you had a topic a few days ago. We talk about attachment and being in tune with family member and stuff like that. So if I meet a woman that I see and for myself, just in her actions and the thing that she does, that it draws me to her, of course you're gonna feel something. You're not talking about someone that I was with for only 6 months, 8 months, you know. She was around me until her son was like almost 3 years old. You understand? So I'm just showing you that even she was not living with me, the things that she did. And then she had 2 miscarriages. She had 2 miscarriages.
So let me ask you a question. Does that makes you like not to love deep anymore? Afraid to love deep?
Yes. And I'm speaking my truth. I question love. Bambam and friends. I question, what is love? When you tell me that you love me, how deep is it? What is the identifiable thing about it? Maybe someone can put a different name for it in the chat. But what is that attraction? Because I'm looking at love as in the things that she did for me. I was in a business with someone that it was a 50-50 business. She made it like it was a 50% for the person and 100% for me. There were times when I needed stuff to be done, and not even at times. I never even had to ask her to get supplies. You understand? Because I always loved the business world. My dad was a businessman. You understand? So it's like this girl, like my head chip. I'm going to say, even, you know, and even fast tracking, because, you know, we don't want to bore the people, but even after she married, she sat in Jamaica for 2 more years before he even got her to the States. And listen to this, friends. When she went up, when he did eventually get her up, they lived together 8 months because he had 6 baby mothers in the States. That was what even hurt me the most. And when she complained to me, you know, because she called me and tell me, you know, I say, you see them things I'm going to show you? Me with the so I sort you out, I look after you, I do this for you, you have access to this, you have access to that. And she ended up left him after me. And she asked me, then we go back. I said, no. Up to last year she asked me if we would have deal back with her. I said, no, I'm not go back there. That is just me.
Let me think there. Let me
can't identify and speak the truth, you know, but I was heartbroken. She was my first genuine love. May I tell us I like loving about her.
Let me think there. Let me one set the DP. Let me elaborate on what Nigel say. Oh, yeah, Nigel was saying, but he was speaking to Nat still, but I find the comment interesting. So he was saying that when a man loves, that when a man really love a woman, it's deeper than you ever know. That's why he hurt, and it cuts deep like ocean. So me I said to myself, say, no, would that be the same way like when a woman love a man?
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
There's no difference. But,
yeah, I don't think there's no difference, Nigel.
But, listen,
it's the same thing.
Listen where we tweak it. And the people in the chat don't have to agree with me on this. Here's the reason why Nigel see it that way. Women are emotional beings. Women are emotional beings. A woman is birthed with that emotional feeling attached to her. She's birthed that way. Men are taught to be hard and tough and strong and not be whiners, and you're there to protect the family, you're there to fight the wars, you're there to protect the home, you're there to serve and protect and stuff like that. You understand? So when you find yourself in a situation where that individual is attached to you or shows you affection, of course you're going to be drawn to them. Because one has to understand that we as men, at times, a lot of us, we need a shoulder to lean on. But because we are told to be bold and strong and not be whiners, people think that you're soft. If you as a man even cry, they think you're soft.
Yeah, we tend to feel like men not
in some situations, people think you're soft. Go ahead, Bamba.
We tend to think, as Jamaican, like, men not supposed to cry.
Oh, I mean...
And that's garbage.
But the night of your honeymoon, when he knows that she and that the man they locked down, he couldn't sleep. Friend them used to laugh off and I said, really, man, you want to say, yeah, we couldn't sleep tonight. Yeah, that's what I said. We couldn't sleep. They know there was a taboo attached to the world thing. You understand? And
yeah.
When the little man cut it to me, I said, so I'm going with them things. I said, what you mean? I said, you like that, I'll get upset. I said, Papa, real thing me I tell you. Because you see, Mama, we are human, We are human, and reality is reality. So some of us who are jump up in ourselves and say, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. That situation changed me. And I won't deny it. Because I have proven time after time that somebody tell us that them love you. Somebody tell us that them this. They do things for you. But where is it? Then you prove afterwards to the person, was it a fallacy? Because people tell us that them love you, but it don't mean say they're really serious about it. We can't just say we love you because, it's a common thing. Like when we are in the chat, we say hun, but it doesn't mean you're lost off of the person. You understand? But you see the person as a friend and someone who you communicate with on a daily basis. You can say babes. It's just a way we talk. You understand? But when the person shows you that affection, that feeling, show you that them care. You understand what I say? Yeah. When the person can say to your babes, listen, I'll make sure you have cook for I'm putting a container for the next 3 days and the next 4 days. And when she come in my place, bam, she iron. She wash, and when me come home and see all my white shirt them on the line, all 4 or 5 shirt, and then she iron them. And my uniform, come here secure me work clothes, and my uniform iron, and my brethren them and give me kudos at work, and I say, my boy, your uniform, turn up.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Because, them are say like Jamaican men, don't really know to show emotion and whatever.
Don't really know to do what?
Don't really know to show emotions. Like, affection, I should say, not emotion. Affection. All right, then. May I say, you have a lot of Jamaican women, A lot of Jamaican women. To me, and me did see that. I mean, did most to see it, when I was living in the ghetto. And them, you have a lot of women who don't know when a man really loves them, Yeah, they don't really know when a man loves them. And, they've been through life with men treating them a certain way. Sometimes all one man too. Or treat them a certain way till them get immune to it. And,
treat them bad, no?
Treat them bad, yeah. And them get so used to it. Till, them probably out of the relationship. Then when them going on another relationship, somebody treat them good. Them can't even identify the good treatment. You understand? Them not even know how to envelope, you know, that good treatment. Them don't even know. They've never clue. Because you have some women, you know, them used to sleep with men for get by. I want them to sleep with men for the get by. I mean, them are not even prostitute. Them are not even prostitute.
True.
You understand? Them are not even prostitute. So sometimes some of them will get one little man where treat them good and kind to them. Them don't even know for act. I'll end up run with a man there too. Because them don't even know for act. Because all them life, nobody have never been so nice to them. Yeah, nobody at all.
Speak truth, no, Bam Bam. Because after my affair with her, I fell in love with two individuals. I've said it before. One of them got unalived in England. She was crossing the street and she got unalived by a vehicle. And the other one, she really didn't stay because of my job situation. Those times in the 80s, a lot of things were happening and situation. I'm not going into too much of that. You understand? And I understand, but the two of them were like just the same. You understand? Because let me tell you, Mama, everybody different. Everybody different. And when you find a woman where have do the type of things and the type of qualities and you know, I mean, me not stop nobody from a friend, you know, but me like a woman who can keep her mouth, keep your own business, you know, and find time, fun loving. Me don't know, like, me love ramp, you know, think me a kid. And when you find a woman where, if I don't even say the ramping all the time, the little things that she would do, she not get up every day and quarrel over some simple little things when never necessary. One time someone liked me, here, since I live here in Canada, after my divorce, and I used to be around her, you know, we chat and stuff like that. If she see a news come on and say something with a black kid, she wasn't white, she was mixed, but a Jamaican. Light skin, very, very light. She said, nah, they're like a black picnic, I see, this, that, blah, blah, blah. If you see something on the news, you're negative. If something happens in a community or something, you don't try to, because I tell people all the time, and you repeat it till you drop them and dead, you're innocent till proven guilty. You're not judge, jury, or executioner. And people, I'm sure there are people here in the chat that people have lied on you. That sometimes you say to yourself, where didn't get them story from? You understand? Those type of people are stagnated, but you can't be around them because they will drain your energy.
Yeah.
They will drain your energy. And you must have somebody in your life where you can confide in, where, you know, like, you know how nice it is, Bam Bam, when you're with a woman and you say, you all a lie to her, or a drop yard on her. She said, yes, make way. I could go to the cake now, and you say, no, sir, I broke me down the money. And she said, oh dear, then me invite you. You know how exciting you feel? She said, yes, let me take you out to dinner. You understand? And you all drop yard on her and say, no, the money. Because I am telling you this, no man or woman must go in a situation with anyone in a relationship and don't test it. You have to. You have to know where you're going. You have to know what the person is about, and you have to know how real the person is. Not because the person does things for you, it means that the person is real enough. Not because the person takes you out to dinner one time or so, you have to say, well then, why this solid? No, you prove things over time. Because you can identify Bam Bam. And a lot of people play ostriches and bury their head in the sand. You so many times I've said this on your life, I said, the student in school that learns the less is the one that don't want to hear what the teacher has to say. And there is either one or two students in the class that the teacher can leave the class and say, Deanery and Bam Bam, take hold of the class until I get back. I have to go to the washroom. And when she come back, those two students have the class cut down because the other students respect them. Until we can face the monster. Until we can face that monster that is in our life, the monster that oftentimes compass us, that holds us under bondage, we're not going to see the reality of it.
Yeah, for true. Hey, Darby, DP, chat.
Yes.
And the worst thing, man or woman, can you know how we do it? Man or woman, we know, make it be about a woman, make it be about a man, unless we are talking about a specific
No, we
thing.
say both.
Yes, so both,
Hey,
you know, man or woman.
Let me tell you something.
I don't like,
And,
I don't think people should like, you know, into a relationship and, you know, you talk to each other and say things and whatever, but when you have an argument, you understand? You use whatever against the person, even though you know it wasn't true, even though you know You were showing compassion. You were showing love and affection to the person doing whatever they were going through. And yet still, you still use it against them like a little weapon. I think that's the most disgusting. I think that's the most disgusting thing.
And maybe if Nerissa was here on the live, she would know, she would kind of read into what I tell you. So I'm going to share something.
I would never say it. Listen, I'm thing there now.
And I'll say the person is B, and his spouse is X, right? I'll say Y and Z. So listen to this one. So Y and his spouse are walking together, and two individuals try to rob them, like pull firearm on them to try to rob them. Mr. Y was a police officer, but the two individuals didn't know. So Mr. Y defended himself, protecting himself and both the female. It was, not, the era wasn't high volatile, but where there were situations where things happen. You understand? Did you know that later on in life, Mr. Y and Miss Z is having an argument? You know, confrontation. Like it went sour. You know what she said to Mr. Y? You're a MURDERER. Remember, you're talking about someone that is in the service. You're talking about someone that is a legal officer. It's not like a civilian. And even if you're a civilian, you have a license firearm. And she's cussing out the man who saved her life and served his life because of individuals who wanted to rob and unalive them. That is what you call total betrayal. You understand? I just want you to think about it for a minute, you know, Bamba, my friends. Think about it, you know. You're defending the person that is with you, and you're also protecting yourself from criminal elements, and the person gonna rub it in your face, knowing that you protected. So, if you think about it, what if those individuals had gotten the opportunity to unalive Mr. Y? What do you think they would have done with you? So people like those, when I got wind of that and the person was expressing it, you know, I said, my God, read between the lines, box. I had to say, my God, this is just beyond evil. We are doing them the kind of people in your life.
Yeah, for real.
You don't want them the kind of people in
Sometimes
your life.
People sleeping with the enemies. Sometimes people sleeping with the enemies and don't even know.
Of course, absolutely. You're sleeping with this. We say you deserve a medal. This is what I'm talking about. When I talk about someone being a husband material or a wife material, when you're talking about someone who have hurt you throughout your lifetime. Eh?
No, princess, may I yell?
Yeah, man, be a princess, man. So sometimes, you know, people say, oh, you know, I'm bolden and I'm hard and I can take this and I can take that. But how do you know when you know how strong you are when situations face you? Look at this. So suppose Deanery have never been in a situation where she's seen a coup or she'd been in a situation where she live in an era and then all of a sudden you have whole pack things that happen, shots of fire all over the place and people are alive like Fred. She'd never experienced this before. Now this is strange to her. She's gonna hit panic mode. You see her reaction from that panic mode, it can lead to many, many things, including yourself, Bamba. Now, if you're used to it, it's no problem. But what if she had never experienced this before? Yeah. You understand? Now, she hit a panic mode, and what? Chances are, one day the same thing happening, and she just go crazy, go nuts, and all of a sudden, she end up in an institution. Because people don't understand, we as individuals do not have the same tolerance. People believe that if a soldier go in battle, how he's prepared for everything that happens. No, every soldier, especially if you're bombarded, if shells are being fired at you, if the enemy is shooting at you, you understand? You're gonna feel afraid at one point or another, and it's not cowardice. It's not cowardice. That's why soldiers are now suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorders. You understand? So sometimes some relationship, both male and female, them come out having post-traumatic stress disorder.
For real.
Some men, they're jealous, they're disgusting, they're argumentative. Believe it or not, they have girl-like behavior, they gossip, they have man outside that tell them and I give them advice about them, woman at them house, and vice versa. You understand? All when you're not doing anything, you're doing something. Where is the trust? You understand? So, for me personally, I see that, you know what? I rather stay single. I rather stay single and enjoy my life and be happy than live
because,
in a miserable environment.
Because DP,
I'm not going to do it.
DP,
Yes.
you know how hard that supposed to feel, how hard that's supposed to feel, you know, sleeping with the enemy, living with the enemy, trying to love the enemy, you know, and not only that, you know, cannot say something to your wife or your husband without in your head back you fret and I wonder if she ever tell somebody or I wonder if you might tell somebody.
Talk true, no, Bamba. Listen.
You understand?
Remember one time years ago when we, not maybe last year, when we used to have a little program, we were talking, I think Dina and Starling, no, Dina was on the chat, me and Dana and Starling and I think Tiffany, we were in chat on the live, and we were talking about things that, you know, attract people and the behaviors of people. And I say this, I will tell you about my faults first. And this one I'm going to share, right? So I invested one time, Deanery, no Canada run. I invested in one time, buy some shares in Nortel. A lot of people lost money. And I lost some serious money, like not petty money, no, serious money. And yes, I knew that, you know, my ex at the time, she would be mad. And I was okay with that. Everybody in my family know. You're talking about someone that is in my house with me, you know. Like, she know I invested the money. And it's not a small amount of money. Yes, we know it could have done other things. That's fine, and I appreciate that, and I'll take that. But my dad no keep feel out. My dad, if me I do certain things, I see my come run, go hide, or me sit down in hide or find something. And you see, when my dad know, it end up all at Jamaica. And I had to call out my dad and say, what the hell is this? How you get all this information? Him said, then your wife not tell me. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'm dead serious. Listen, we don't judge. I have reached a point in I'm not a baby. I'm 62 years old. I'm not a baby. And I know people. I read into people. I analyze people so thoroughly that it's like a simple thing for me. If I meet you tomorrow morning and they come to me next day and say yes somebody, it not surprise me. Because I expect that from people.
Yeah.
You understand? Because I am
Nothing about people not surprise me. Nothing about people not surprise me no more.
Exactly. And so during that time, I tried to find out more. And goodness gracious, even things that I thought was solid, you know, my dad could come back to me with it. At one point I have to say, so tell me something. There is nothing here that you can keep private, because Bambamjamaica tell you have some man and some woman, you know. Then chat. You tell them, listen man, listen, you don't make, but you just tell them things when you say, you don't say that was spread over the world, and you just leave it as it is. So, I'm telling you, even the situation
yeah, but I tell nobody not
said, you'd be surprised to know, Bambam, how the person was hurt over that situation. Because you're telling me that you're at a point and place where someone rescued you, saved you, and saved himself. And because he had to do what he had to do, even though you were present to save your life, you're going to tell the person, so they might this and that. And it's not like the person that's a villain. So, you see, when people talk about love and relationship, and if a man find a woman that is solid and him feels that she great, hey, all power to you. If you find a man that is powerful and great, all power to you. You understand? I remember even when my ex was getting married, my kids called me up and they said, Dad, oh, Mom is bragging that this guy is same age as her. Because I'm 9 years older than her, right? She and him is the same age, and he's light skinned. Me a dark chocolate, so it no matter me. You understand? And they look alike, and they say, okay, that's all fine. But for him, woman, effort on him. So there's something underlying there, and I've heard so many things since. So it just goes to show that the small peanut mind, the small pea mind that a lot of people have. You understand? Because they must say this and that. Well, because you go to church, and because you wear your skirt down your ankle, and because you run up the aisles and speak in tongues, and you beat the Bible, and you hold people head around.
Anybody can speak in a tongue. Anybody can speak in a tongue. You just go in a church and you say, any little foolishness you say. Because 3/4 of them don't even know if a foolishness.
Let me tell you something. You have some women, you know, that are feisty, They're feisty, but they're beautiful women. They're wives. They're wife material. But them feisty. Nothing is wrong with a woman being feisty. You know why? Nobody can walk over you. When they talk about them, they watch chatterbox, who always in a mix-up. There's some woman where you come at them, you go to them with people business and them run your way, you know. Them no want you, I could have even your husband. Listen, so I tell you this. When I used to date my chick, when I used to date her, a girl that I knew from my past, from me telling me, because we young, we had experiment, we have gone with myself. She and I was at a drive-in in New Kingston one night, because there was cinema 1 and cinema 2 in New Kingston, and they had seating. So people in the car can sit down in the car and you sit down and you watch the movie. The girl called my girl and tell her, said, me and her was at a place. So she asked her when, she said, like last week, Friday night. And she said, yeah man, you and him keep going. Because she was with me. She was with me, we were at cinema 2 at the movie in New Kingston. So we are trying to show you, say, sometimes a lot of people, they will create situations or create, mischief to create problem in your relationship. They'll do anything to destroy it because they're unhappy themselves. You understand? They're very, very unhappy. But some people can't own up to the ownership of being wrong. Some people don't even apologize. Some people don't even like to apologize. And then when they messed up and you don't talk to them and think you have them up, you don't have them up, but it's the way you do things, Bam Bam.
Yeah, you can't bother with them because them toxic. And them a vexation to your spirit, you know? And them energy for them energy in a match. And sometimes you just allow them, yeah.
Of course, Bam Bam, it is all fear. It is all fear to tell someone how you feel. It is all fear to cut ties with someone. Because listen,
I like laugh, so we can't bother with serious. We can't bother with ratted. People are easy. We can't deal with it when time people skin thin and them easy. Every little simple thing you say, them jump at it and feel like you disrespect them or you say something bad about them. He's a very humorous person. We can't bother with that. Me I go blouse and skirt chat and say blouse and skirts, me have my little words them when me use and say your nastiness. Me never me not mean nothing. Me I'll call myself blouse and skirt. Me say the girl slam the door and my nastiness. Me laugh and me don't know. Me can't bother people where, easy for. I like the little goofiness, and I for over goofy, but me have a great sense of humor.
Look how many times you
have a great sense of humor.
You make fun with Dix, Starling and Deanery and Head and Nerissa, when you make fun of me, even you of yourself. That's just me.
Have a great sense of humor.
I'm not easily vexed, Bam Bam. It takes a lot to get me vexed. And it's not even about vex. I'm not vexed that easily.
Maybe vex if you tell lie, Pammy.
I don't like deception.
Yeah, this right, them look something them right.
Solid with me, and then
those things, But apart from that,
don't tell me that you're solid with me, and then next thing you know, you come and you portray and show me some another side to you that I'm now starting to question myself. So where is the solid words? Where is that thing that you were telling me? Oh, you're this and you're that and you're a straight shooter and you're solid. Where is it? Where did it go? Where did it go? You understand? And then when you talk and you express yourself, the person might think that, oh, you're being hard. You're not being hard. Do not be deceptive then. If you know, say you know why in a relationship with me, don't tell me say you want in a relationship with me. If you know, say you just want to have fun or we want chill or we want to go out, that's good enough. But not tell me say, oh, you don't have nobody in your life or you don't like somebody or you don't like for date and blah blah blah. Just figure it out.
Well, dating probably the person can all date and a date more than once, Maddie, and then call for one and one get left. And one get left. But is that a bad thing? The person can just be fair with you and be fair with the person and tell the person say, me a date, me a date another person also or other people, and so
I know girl, listen, Mama.
What one.
I was talking to this girl.
But in a Jamaica, nobody not date, and then just there.
I talked to a girl one time and she wilding up. Oh, good. Here in Canada. I'm saying, so What you me see to us, me see you with Tom, Dick and Harry. Oh, what can my girl, say you're dangerous, what kind of lifestyle that, afraid so and so. I don't want to say too much, come no one them flag you, but you say
Trying to make them flag me, I have
Esser,
10
as in
minutes. I'm a yarn, I'm hungry.
one is a effer, as in the effer, and one is a in between. And when she said to me, I look on her good enough, and she said, then how you break that down?
Just say one is a slammer. You don't remember the word there.
She said one is a sucker, one is a effer. Come in one.
Me say you can't say one is a slammer.
The one with the F, just take off the S. Just take off the S and put the F on it. Spell the same way. And the other one is an in between. So so one is a S'er, one is a F'er, and one is an in between. So I said, which of the three then is the most important one for you? She said the in between one. I said, okay, fine. So I said, but why are you still with three? She said the S'er, well, I just that him love him, just make him eat himself away. She said the F'er, really that great, but him a jam. But the one in the middle, him a the big man, but the other two are money spenders. And I'm like, whoa. You understand what I'm saying? She was as cold as ice when she said it. I'm not God. I'm not going to judge her. So I start questioning her a little bit more. Because that's my style. I'm saying, what was your lifestyle like before you go on this path? And she said, when me used to go to New Kingston, used to walk with my cardboard. I said, okay, now I understand what you're saying. So sometimes you have some people who used to live a certain way or have a certain lifestyle, they never change. And she said, I just saw it after run. So I say, so what about the middleman? She said she stick to the middleman more than the other two. But the other two can do anything they want because they run the papers. The same way she could say that. It's the same way you have men out there that run that same game or play that same thing. You understand? So as we say, we listen, we don't judge. I didn't judge her. Because you know what, at the end of the day, she sees herself as living a hustle. And I'm 100% sure until the very day we're talking here, she's about 52 now or 51, she don't live with nobody. And she's still a play the tree, brother. So me say, as a place like Metropolitan Toronto, she says she don't hear us here, we so it has stay. Because the other two are idiot. The S'er and the F'er, them are idiot. So me say, so middleman know about it. She say, of course he know about the S'er and the F'er. And me say, no, Jamaica. She say, no, because I know what we used to do at Jamaica. Be that. So you have some women out there, Bambam, and men, you can't tame them. You cannot tame them. You look at porn stars. You look at the world of pornography, right? That people watch porn. The porn stars have husbands and wives, and their spouses on both sides will live with their behavior and live with their lifestyle. So what does that show you? It's just the human in us. Some people live with certain things, some people cannot tolerate it and or live with it. You have some women that will know the man a cheat on them from what it can fill up and they say, hey, you're there and me now go nowhere. You have some men that will know the feeling.
Yeah, you have some women where
because you're bringing the money.
You have some women who can't bear it, them some women who can't bear it, them tell themselves something to console themselves and tell themselves say them now make another woman win.
Of course. Listen, I tell you, anything that a side chick is doing, the wife at home can do it. And even better too. But you know why sometimes she don't put out that extra effort? The man, we all like diss her and talk to her a certain way, or go on a certain way with her. And she said to herself, so you know what? Because you think so your side chick can goggle this and put ice in her mouth and draft it with cream and draft it, whatever much you want draft it, that means that me can't do it. So she just tell herself, so you know what, you go and do what you do because all you go on, alright, so you come at the end of the day. You understand? One day more tired of the one road, and wife is still all our ground. I've listened a lot of times to situations, and I tell people, you see, if I am with a woman that helped me build my thing, me don't have no need, you understand, for you to look somewhere else to get my comfort. Because if she's been around me, like when we meet my ex, I'm 9 years older than her. She was 18. Me groom her, train her, do every damn thing possible. I'm not sure about that. Understand? And I tried my best even to make the best for her. When I bring her with me, For 8 years, me alone. I said, go on back to school. Me don't have patchwork kids. I don't have picnic every year. My kids are 4 years apart. The 4 kids that she had for me. And I said, go university, build back your thing, do your thing, go into the career where you want. That is me. Because no woman is not my child. If you're my wife / my partner, we must be able to make choices together. You're not my child. Me never tell you, me never act like say me I rule you. But I expect you to be fair with me, to be transparent and upfront and keep my business. That's all me ask right now. Keep my business in our house. You don't have to call your sister and tell her our business. You don't have to call your brother. If you don't have dinner, make we drink water and go to bed. If I want banana, we have to go cook it. Now call nobody and say, I want in a mackerel, I want in a sardine, I have to put with the food. You don't have to do that because tomorrow provides for itself. And that is just the way I am. I don't like when people know my business. You know, as in certain people are meddle and they have to know more than we have to know. And know your kids are going to do this. Or if when you're a child, one of the kids get into a little trouble at school or a little fight, sister call you. And when me hear happen, for what? For what? You have your mother and you have your father. You have what is called resolution. So you go to the school and I tell you, I share with you guys a quick thing that happened to one of my daughter. When she was over here, we have trick or treat. To show you one teacher wicked. Can make me talk about it sometimes. My daughter was about 6 years old and the class had a trick or treat. So they go from class to class, class to class and then trick or treat. 6-year-old and not my eldest daughter. So I got a call from the school that a teacher said my daughter stole some candies from another class. I said, you candy, what kind of foolishness is that? So the mom and I went to the school. There was another little girl there, Caucasian, yes, white girl, the teacher white. You know me, I thought my truth. So I went to the classroom and I said, what's going on? Here the little white picnic, yeah, me I talk ratchet as it is. Miss so-and-so told me to say so-and-so gave it to us. So you see, the teacher tell the little picnic, you know, to say my daughter give them the candy when at the 3 of them take up the candy off at the table. But my daughter forget the whole damn thing. 6 years old. My daughter was so traumatized. And I sat down my daughter, you know, and I talked to her. And even as they grow older, I tell them.
So you didn't get to the bottom of it.
Enlighten them about things people will do to belittle you, to put you down, to talk you down, to make you feel less of a person you are, and to be careful of liars.
Derby,
And
you never get to the bottom of it. You never talk to the teacher about it.
What do you mean? I made a big stink and they got the principal involved.
Oh.
And friends. I got the principal involved and the teacher, you know, apologized to me. Me don't get some of that. Listen, me didn't want no apology from you. But
Yeah, me no want to apologize. In that situation, then no. I don't like say
many people inside the chat.
I don't like say my daughter do something and she beat her. And she not supposed to beat her. No.
Eh?
No one apology in that situation there.
Yeah. How many people on the chat tonight, we have kids are in the background who have had a child who have not had some form of experience from one of them wicked people here. Yeah. Wicked. Listen, the little people them say the teacher tell them to say my daughter give them the candy. Listen, friends, I'm not saying my daughter didn't take up the candy, you know. But it was the 3 of them. And I don't steal neither, then just have the candy then. Because everybody I tell that no, I in America no go trick or treat. They go around and go to door and pick up candy. Only that they were doing it from classroom to classroom. And then like one handful of candy, you know, bam bam. 1 candy for each person. You know, the lollipop one them. But that teeth, I say, me make a stink out of it, you see. Me make such a stink you wouldn't believe. I say, you know, as a matter of fact, I was moving from the area I was living. And me just dragged out upon them and said, this is the last day my daughter attended this school. But I was moving. I had bought my house and I was moving to a different area. But just assure you, say, you see in life, one has to be careful of your environment. You have to be careful of the people you go around. And you must stand up for your truth. And this is why a lot of us, well, you know, some people that say, you know what? For no disrespect to the religious people of the life, one of the biggest things when me hate when people talk about left it to God and time. Because that one one of my family members said to me, you know, yeah, my dad, but then God, man, left them to God, Moras, left what to God? You're going to accuse my child or try to hurt my child and you left it to God. Me can put on a wheelbarrow and tell God to push it. No. Me a seek resolution. And me make sure that when me address it in the right way. Oh yeah. So everything that we do in life, Baba, the things that we face, the things that situation, anytime certain situation present itself, you stay there and address it now. If you're there with a woman, you feel him on a cheat and you call him out on it. If you're there with a woman, you see the think you want to cheat and you catch him, call him out on it. Don't sit down and fool your hand and talk about if you want to stay night, you know, it's up to you. But once you see it, call him out on it. Call him out on it. I hear what I'm going to say. You know what? Don't do anything off of hearsay. See for yourself. See for yourself. When you see it, then you address it. Because oftentimes people have a confess I want up, you know. Because nobody can do investigation like a female. No man. No man, no man on the face of the earth yet. We can investigate like a female. Females are built like that. They're born like that. All when you think she don't know your code, she know your code. All when you think she don't know what to do, she do it. So
yes.
you have two choices.
Very, very good conversation. Yeah. Love it. No, me I say very good conversation. We love it.
Of course.
So,
so benediction time.
Yeah, I know soon. A benediction time. James 1. James 1.
You know, it said James.
James 1.
James 1. Let me look for James. Let me look for James 1. But yeah, sometimes these little conversations are necessary for us to ask. You know, this is what life is about. You know, we're dealing with various things.
We can continue tomorrow too.
Eh?
No, me say we can pick up continue from here tomorrow too.
Continue. I look for yeah, man, I saw the thing set, man, but we need these look back for a reason, you know. They say they count of one bride in the about the always a penny in King James 1. Alright. Did Lena put a specific words? Just from one door, the full James 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Yeah, man. Okay, so we have a read from James 1, beginning and so James, the servant of God and of the Lord Jesus Christ, the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. So this is a letter, an epistle is a letter. In the spiritual world, an epistle is a letter. So this is a letter that James is writing to the disciples. He said, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. Let the lowly brother glory in his exaltation, but the rich in his humiliation, because a flower of the field he will pass away. For no sooner has the sun risen with a burning heat than it withers the grass. Its flowers falls, and its beautiful appearance perishes. So the rich also will fade away in his pursuits. Blessed is the man who endures temptation, for when he has been proven, he will receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to those who love him. Let no one say when he is tempted, I am tempted by God, for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he himself tempt anyone. I'll read that again, Let no one say when he is tempted, I am tempted by God, for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he himself tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when he is drawn by his own desires and enticed. Then when desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is full grown, brings forth death. Do not be deceived, my beloved brethren. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and comes down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow of turning. Of his own will he brought us forth by the word of truth, that we might be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. Therefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Therefore, lay aside all filthiness and overflow of wickedness, and receive with meekness the implanted word which is able to save your soul. But be doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving yourself. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man observing his natural face in a mirror. For he observes himself, goes away, and immediately forgets what kind of man he was. But he looks into the perfect law of liberty and continues in it, and it is not forgetful hereafter, but a doer of the work. This one will he be blessed that he does. If anyone among you think he is religious and does not bridle his tongue, but deceives his own heart, this one's religion is useless. 27 and ending. Pure and undefiled religion before God and the Father is this: to visit orphans and widows in their trouble, and to keep oneself unspotted from the world. We give thanks to the reading of God's word. May the saving grace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and the fellowship and the Holy Spirit, the Comforter, rest, remain, and abide with us all. Thank you, Deanery, for the wonderful words. And I just said it earlier, friends, in this epistle that James wrote, that a lot of times as individuals, we tend to think that God do this and we're going through this because God is testing us. And I've said this all the time. People will say, leave it to God. But God did not say you must not address it. God did not say you must not deal with it. Because he said all glory and honor and majesty belongs to him. All power and glory comes from him. So whenever we go through a trial and our tribulations, a lot of times the things that we go through in life are caused by ourselves. The tribulation, the trial and the crosses, the things that we face, they are a part of what we do in life. Because remember, we were born in sin and shaped in iniquity. Again, we give God thanks for the reading of the word, and we ask that the Lord's presence will abide with each and every one, both on the live and in the background. And as we continue along this pathway, we hope to continually have these readings of chapters and lessons to share amongst each other, and that these wordings will be a pillar of strength for each and every one. God bless you all, friends, tonight. I ask God's blessing upon Deanery and Heather. Delia is not here anymore. Narissa, wherever she is. The wonderful people, Starling, all the people in the chat, Mr. Taylor, everybody, those in the chat, those who are listening, those who are lying in bed and just chilling and just to hear what's going on. We pray that God's grace will strengthen you, that God's presence will abide with you, and that, like the children of Israel, when we reach the Red Sea, we ask God to part the sea. Because sometimes a lot of us have Red Sea in our life that we need it parted so that we can walk out of it or walk across it. Just like when the children of Israel, the Lord told them to stand in the river Jordan with the Ark of the Covenant. So friends, have a wonderful night. God bless you. Thanks again, Dina, for the reading of the word. And we hope, that as we depart, we hope to meet again through the grace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Have a wonderful night, friends, and love you all.
Amen, and thank you. Gratitude always. All right, people, bless up on a nice self. Bless up on a self. Bless up on a self. It's like my body know when I 2.5 hour time. When it come on late, so that's why I may not go by 11. Come on about 8:45. Yeah. 8:45. Yeah. So peace out, people. Thank you guys for liking up the live. Thank you, my wrenchers. Thank you for the jewels. Thank you for just being here. People in the back, thank you for being in the back. Always remember to like up the live. And if none of you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, yeah? And like up the live on your way out. Pleasant good night, everyone. Bless upon yourself. Peace out.